2012 Jeep Compass rear strut replacement. Remove your floor from inside of the vehicle. Mine is sitting to the side. Take your spare tire out and all this insulation shit on the side. Now we got everything out of the trunk. We got styrofoam on both sides. Pull that out and it gives you access to the 2 bolts on the top of the struts. They're quite long and it is easy to feed them back in. Kind of see it a little bit. I don't have no flashlight, but there's 2 bolts in there on the top of the strut. Get the both sides for you. Again, sorry about the lighting, but you got 2 15mm bolts on top of the strut. You can get loose. And at the bottom, you got 1 18mm. Give me a second, because you literally got to get in the trunk. And if you come to the bottom, I already loosened the bolts on both sides. So these are 18mm. You can loosen them as well. So 15 minutes later, got these 4 nuts off. They are pretty long on them studs. I used the ratchet wrench, 15mm. I already loosened the bottom, 18mm. I just got to take those nuts and bolts out. And it should drop out, or you probably got to pry it out, but I'm going to lift the vehicle up and see what I got to do. So we got the shocks out. Once you take out the 2 bolts at the top, they drop through on both sides. Now, as you see, it's pretty long up there. Now we got to get a long ass pry bar and pry these bitches out. Okay, so I'm on the driver's side again. Loosen this. You ain't got to take it all the way out. Come on the other side. Loosen that one. Have somebody heavy get a pry bar. When they pry down, the rest of the top will come off. Alright, I got the struts out on the rears. So now, when you take the struts out, these rubber boots is gonna fall out. They're gonna be wedged up in the hole. So I don't know if it's easier for you to put it back in the hole. In my case, where is it? I just stuck it on top of the strut. That way when I push it up there, it's already in there. And it won't make all that clunking noise. So I got the new struts in. Gotta pry them down again to get them in. Make sure you get the tops in, because without getting the top in, you will not be able to get that strut lined up at the top. Alright, so I got the tops in on these struts. Got them tightened down, both sides. Now I'm gonna just put the trunk back together, that way I ain't gotta get back in here. I'm gonna put the insulation foam back inside the hole, feed it through. Put the spare tire in, just under this. Put the carpet down, and we could be done with the trunk. Get everything put together back in the trunk. Now we can raise the vehicle and put the bottom 2 bolts in on a strut. I say 2 because we got 1 bolt on this side and 1 bolt on this side. So using my jack stand, I'm gonna use on both sides to line up this hole so I can get my bolt through. Tighten that up. Alright, so we got an 18mm to tighten up. We got the struts in. This is a 2012 Jeep Compass Rear strut replacement. As you see, this is still torn apart because I got to put a wheel bearing on it. So I'm going to get that taken care of. Don't forget, when you put the strut on, you don't forget to tighten up these mounts that we had to loosen to get the strut pulled down on both sides. So comment, like, and subscribe. See you in the next video.